All right, so I want to talk about Cody Rhodes and who I think should face Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41. So we have the Elimination Chamber happening very soon, and there are some interesting matches for Cody Rhodes. I guess there's John Cena, obviously, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. I mean, yeah, that would be cool. You have Seth Rollins, and then and then I guess you also have those matches that nobody wants to see, like Damian Priest or Logan Paul. But anyways, so I want to talk about who do I think should face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Now, even though I love Seth Rollins and I really, really liked the rivalry that Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins had when Cody Rhodes first came back to WWE, Cody and Seth had one hell of a rivalry. But I don't see Seth Rollins winning this, and it would kind of, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be kind of a full circle moment because last year Seth Rollins helped Cody Rhodes win the championship at WrestleMania 40 and finish the story. And then a year later, he's going to try to take the championship away from Cody Rhodes. It would kind of make Seth look like a kind of a backstabber that he already is, but I don't see Seth Rollins winning this chamber match at all, or I don't see Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins as a possibility because A, we've already seen that, and B, because well, Seth Rollins already has a different match that he's probably going to have against either Roman Reigns or maybe a triple threat match with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And the Roman Reigns is probably going to cost Seth Rollins this Elimination Chamber match. But yeah, this is not a predictions video, by the way. This is just me talking about who I think should face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Who I think is going to win this Elimination Chamber is. Uh, I'm going to save that for the predictions video that I'm going to make eventually, when we get to the chamber. Then you have Drew McIntyre. I mean, I love Drew McIntyre. He's my favorite heel in WWE right now. He is so damn entertaining, and in my opinion, he is probably the MVP of WWE of 2024. If it wasn't for Cody Rhodes, but if it wasn't for Cody, then I would have totally had Drew McIntyre as Superstar of the Year in 2024. He really, really carried Money Night Raw that year on his back, and yeah, Drew was great, phenomenal in 2024. And I would love it if Drew McIntyre won this match. I think Drew would really deserve to get a championship match, a WrestleMania main event, because he's such a hard worker, such a workhorse, and so damn entertaining. He's been cutting some of the best promos for over a year, and he's had great matches, and his character is entertaining as fuck. Drew is just so damn good. I know I'm glazing Drew McIntyre quite a lot right now, but he's just so damn great. It's hard to not acknowledge the greatness of McIntyre. Um, but Drew McIntyre, I mean, judging by the way he's being booked as this absolute failure who keeps losing all the big matches that he's in, can't really see him as a credible opponent for Cody Rhodes at this point. Even though I don't know, man. Like it hurts me to say this because I really love Drew McIntyre, and I would really, and honestly, I wouldn't mind Drew McIntyre winning this Chamber match. I would honestly really love to see Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre because there's actually a story there. They are former WWE Tag Team Champions. From 2010 when they were the Dashing Ones, and back then both of them were young and stuff, and now they're both these stars. Both are former world champs, or Cody's the current champ, of course. But and also the fact that Drew McIntyre is also one of the few wrestlers that have defeated Cody Rhodes ever since Cody has come back to WWE. Um, so yeah, there would definitely be a story there, and looking at the way Drew McIntyre was feuding with CM Punk last year and how that feud was amazing, I'm pretty sure Cody and Drew would be able to have a similar type of feud, if the if Triple H would let them, cook, I guess that's what you need to say. Um, but I just, yeah, Drew is probably gonna get some meaningless ass match at WrestleMania against either Damian Priest or LA Knight. Oh, poor Drew McIntyre, man. Like, if it was up to me, I would have had Drew McIntyre compete for the World Heavyweight Championship instead of Jey Uso. I mean, even though I love Jey Uso, and I'm not one of those people that hate Jey Uso just because he won the Royal Rumble over old ass John Cena or old ass CM Punk. but but in my opinion, Drew McIntyre would have deserved it more. Like, I feel like Drew McIntyre would have been a better winner for the Royal Rumble than Jey Uso. And Drew McIntyre versus Gunther at WrestleMania. That would honestly be maybe not the most exciting match ever because we've seen it before, but it would be a very good match still, and it would be a clash between these two big ass dudes, once again, and Drew McIntyre winning the World Heavyweight Championship in front of a crowd and getting a proper championship reign that lasts longer than 5 minutes, not like last year when Drew McIntyre won the world title but only held it for 5 minutes. Drew would get his well deserved moment, but no, I mean, they have Jey Uso versus Gunther that's happening at WrestleMania, and I hope Jay wins the title because Gunther has honestly been not a very not a very good champion in my opinion. Like Gunther, he hasn't really had a memorable match from his title reign, except for I mean he had a good match with Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, for that Crown Jewel championship thing. The match was great, but it wasn't for the title. So like I'm talking about the championship matches, the title defenses that Gunther has had since winning the World Heavyweight Championship. His match with Randy Orton in Bash in Berlin was boring. Like, it was slow as fuck, and, I just didn't like it. And, the match with Damian Priest at Survivor Series was so damn forgettable. I don't remember anything from it except Finn Balor interfering, I guess. But it's not like that was a very memorable match or anything. Um, so yeah, and he also defended against Balor and Priest in a triple threat at Saturday night's main event, I guess. And he also fought Sami Zayn on a Monday Night Raw. I remember to defending the World Championship. Oh yeah, but that's also not a very memorable match because I can't remember anything from it. And also, I guess he fought Jey Uso on Saturday night's main event, like 3 weeks ago. Like that was like a week before the Royal Rumble that Jey Uso won. So yeah, Gunther just hasn't been a very good champion in my opinion. He's been kind of boring. So I hope Jay wins, and honestly, I hope Jay is gonna have at least a little. Like I hope Jay Uso does at least a little better than Gunther as world champ. And it's not like if Jey Uso wins the championship that I want Jay to have a long title reign. Honestly, I would kind of want Jay to win the title and then maybe lose it like 2 months, 3 months later. Like Jay doesn't need a long title reign. Like why? Jay wouldn't really need a long title reign, and I would have Drew McIntyre be the one to beat Jey Uso for the title, a little. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of fantasy booking, so I guess we could have like Jey Uso beat Gunther at WrestleMania, and then maybe 2, 3 months later at a PLE, Drew McIntyre defeats Jey Uso for the world title. That's honestly what I think should happen. But I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. And then yeah, but back to Cody Rhodes and who should face him at WrestleMania. So I guess it's between John Cena and CM Punk. Oh, and one more thing is that I've heard the Rock is gonna return on SmackDown tonight, and honestly, I hope he's gonna announce that he's doing something at WrestleMania. If it's even if it's facing Cody Rhodes, but I mean the Chamber match is gonna, that's what the Elimination Chamber match is for. They're gonna determine the number one contender for Cody Rhodes' WWE Championship at WrestleMania, and yeah, The Rock is not in the Elimination Chamber, so how the hell could The Rock get a championship match against Cody Rhodes? Well, is The Rock gonna put himself in the chamber match, dude? I doubt that. I could bet money that that's not happening. I could bet my house. I could bet $1 million that that's not happening. Um, so yeah, The Rock is probably gonna do something boring. Like he's probably gonna cut another like boring ass, promo like he did on the Raw Netflix premiere show, like the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix, where he just talked about how I guess he just promoted the company, and he's probably gonna do the same thing. He's probably gonna maybe even announce where WrestleMania 42 next year is going to be, which nobody really cares about. Like, who cares about WrestleMania next year? Like, who cares? It's a year from now. We need to focus on now. So I hope The Rock is gonna say something at least a little meaningful. And I saw The Rock's comment on Instagram where he said that he's gonna f up somebody's WrestleMania with his final boss gospel. He still calls himself the final boss. Is The Rock still a heel? Because on the Raw Netflix debut, there was that horrible dog shit moment of The Rock, hugging Cody Rhodes, which that moment. I totally blame The Rock for that because I bet that was his idea. Um, but yeah, so it's not gonna feel the same if The Rock versus Cody Rhodes does happen. Like that's the match I originally wanted for WrestleMania 41. Ever since the Raw after WrestleMania 40, I've been dying to see Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. I honestly thought that this was going to be the main event of WrestleMania a year ago. Like I think I said a year ago, like, oh, I think Cody Rhodes versus The Rock is going to be the main event of WrestleMania at WrestleMania 41. But yeah, I guess I was wrong because I don't see the match happening now. So I guess it's gonna be either John Cena or CM Punk. Now, who would I want to see face Cody Rhodes? In my opinion, I think CM Punk has a bigger fish to fry, or I don't know how to say it, but I guess he has a different story he could tell with Seth and Roman. Like, I would really love to see more from that rivalry. So I guess if I had to choose the next best option for Cody Rhodes, since The Rock is not available, I guess it would have to be John Cena. So I kind of hope John wins the Elimination Chamber. You know, uh, I mean, I wouldn't hate it if CM Punk would win because the promos between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk would be phenomenal on the road to WrestleMania. Because CM Punk and Cody Rhodes always have great promos with each other. Like on the Raw before Royal Rumble last year and on the Raw before Royal Rumble this year, like both promos were absolutely phenomenal. And remember, Cody Rhodes is more CM Punk than CM Punk. That line still lives rent free in my head. It was such a badass quote by Cody Rhodes. That was such a badass line. Um, but yeah, so I guess John Cena would have to be the opponent for Cody Rhodes. I mean, they're both, two major baby faces. So would somebody have to turn heel for this feud to work? Because I feel I've seen a lot of people complaining that, oh, if John Cena versus Cody Rhodes happens at WrestleMania, that the rivalry is just gonna be the two of them complimenting each other, and and then Cody Rhodes is gonna maybe have like a few moments where he like becomes angry and insults John Cena. Um, I mean, if one of them would have to turn heel, I guess I would be fine with either one of them turning heel because I know that Homelander heel Cody Rhodes would be super entertaining, and so would a heel John Cena too. Like maybe the Doctor of Thugonomics would come back or something. I don't know. But I do have a lot of hope and just and just a lot of I guess patience, to just wait and see what happens because, you know, maybe something really really unexpected is gonna happen. Like maybe The Rock is out of nowhere gonna announce that he's taking Jey Uso's match. I hope that doesn't happen because it would be very unfair to Jey Uso. We didn't like it when Rock did it to Cody last year, so it wouldn't really be fair for Jay to for that to happen to Jay. And then people are pleased with Rock doing it to Jay. Like it would be ridiculous. Um, but yeah, so I guess this is what I think about who should face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. Like, subscribe. Have a good day.